Chip, last week was National Save for Retirement Week. It really got the conversation going about thinking about and talking about saving money for retirement. Why is it important for BlackRock to be involved in these conversations?
Well, as the world's largest asset manager, we have about 2/3 of our assets associated with people investing for retirement. So we're having this conversation every day. We're talking about retirement with our clients every day. But what National Retirement Week gives us the opportunity to do is a very focused conversation and highlight kind of where we are and what we need to do. And that's a great opportunity for people to kind of take measure of where they are and where they think they're going to be in a few years.
Well, now that the conversation's being had, how are individuals changing the way they view and the way they are saving for retirement? I mean, in the financial crisis, some people, especially the baby boomers, got hit pretty hard. So what are they doing now to improve their retirement situation?
So I work in the 401k area, and so there we've made some tremendous improvements to plan designs over the past few years. So in 2006, Congress passed some legislation called the Pension Protection Act. And as a result of that, when you walk in the door, say, to a new job, you are typically automatically enrolled in a 401k plan. You are automatically put into something like a target date fund where you can earn a return above inflation. And if the employer chooses, you can automatically have your contributions raised every year. So for people in their 20s, 30s, early 40s, the 401k system is really primed to get good results for them without them having to take a lot of action. But for others, you really need to kind of do a couple of things. What we're recommending is, first, have a plan for what your retirement is. Kind of have a vision for it. What is it going to look like? How is it going to feel? And what do you need to do to make that happen? And in many cases, what's going to result is you need to save more. Most people do not save enough. Financial planners will tell you you need about 12 to 14% of your take-home pay needs to be put into some kind of retirement savings account. And if you're not doing that, you're likely to be surprised at some point in the future in a disappointing way.
I know you also talk with a lot of financial advisors that are focused on defined contribution plans specifically. How are they helping shape the offerings that are available?
Because the 401k space is becoming such an important part of the retirement landscape, you're starting to see a group of financial advisors that are focused on serving the 401k market. And so to that extent, we've set up something called the DC Leader Circle, DC standing for Defined Contribution. And what we do is we share thought leadership, we share asset allocation advice, all of the things that we do as a firm, we bring the best of that to this group of advisors so that they in turn can bring it down to their clients. And so you'll see in our advertising, we're talking much more today about the individuals that at the end of the day are using our services. So it can be firefighters and teachers. And so I think it's really important for us in our conversations with advisors to talk about how we can bring the benefits of what we do for the largest plans in the world and bring that down so that it does make an impact and a good one on the firefighters and the teachers, the people who are actually using our services.
And as far as a retirement nest egg for those individuals, the teachers, the firefighters, what percentage of their nest egg is usually invested in defined contribution plans going into, retirement age?
Right. So it'll vary by age. So when you're younger, obviously you don't have that much. You haven't had a chance to put that much away yet. But as you get older, if you look at where retirees get their sources of retirement income today, about 20% of that comes from sources of like defined benefit plans and insurance products like annuities. So that is kind of the target for 401k plans, is to replace that 20%. The other retirement income is going to be coming from sources like Social Security or doing some part-time work in retirement or other sources of income, after-tax income that you have saved over time.
Well, retirement is always a good issue, and I'm glad we got to keep the conversation going here with you. Thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah.